Hey guys, so I have an update for you on my sword. It's been a little bit since we started because I've been sick, and so I had to take a while to get better because I just couldn't come down to my parents to work on it. And we came back this weekend to get started on it, and my dad dropped a heavy box on the sword. I don't know what to do right now. I'm pretty upset. But I don't know, we think we may be able to fix it. It's a lot worse than we thought when they tried to show us pictures and say, oh, it's not that bad, Dad didn't mean it. You know, I get that he didn't mean it, I understand that, but RTX is in like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, yeah, and it's crunch time. So yeah, so we're gonna go see what the damage is and see how far it sets us back. See you in a sec. So here we are in the messy garage. The foam came out pretty nicely so far. It kind of expanded it just a little bit further than we wanted, but it actually looks decent. But let me show you the damaged area, if I can get to it. So apparently he dropped a box. I don't know if you can see it there. So that chunk is now like detached. We're hoping we can fix it, like maybe like kind of filling it with some sealant like Mod Podge or something and then layering it over. But then the part we didn't see is they also broke it here. There's a chunk coming off. They broke it up on that end, so here and here. And they broke up there. There's a long crack going at the edge of it. And they dropped and kind of broke that piece up there. So yeah, we're gonna try and see what we can do to fix it. Right now I'm skeptical though. I mean, it definitely won't be a nice clean surface like we were hoping for, but we're gonna do our best. So as of right now, we have taped it up, and we're just gonna kind of see if that works. We're not sure. We put some tight bond on it and kind of put some clear resurfacing tape on it, and we're gonna hope that I can work it out with Mod Podge. But we'll see how this goes. Fingers crossed. Hey guys, sorry for the bad lighting. So it's been several hours since we tried using tight bond and glue and everything to get the sword going, and it turns out that tight bond does not solidify or harden when you're using insulation foam. So we ended up going a different route. Let me go ahead and show you guys what we ended up doing, and it's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be saved. So here we go. Right here, what we ended up doing was we put like an aluminum tape over the top of it, and we ended up putting it all along the bottom as well. And so we kind of just tightened it as much as we could and put this aluminum tape over the top. So we're hoping that a bunch of layers of Mod Podge and some sanding should get that out of there, but we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna call it a day. So here is the finished product, though I cannot for the life of me get this thing in frame, the entire thing in frame. It was in my other video with RTX where I had a lot more room than my tiny apartment. So, but this guy here is my Ares' Purgatory sword. I'm gonna take it through. There. All finished. So, this guy here was a pain in my butt. like seriously a pain in my butt, but it was so worth it in the end. So let me show you up close. Essentially what we ended up doing is we had to tape the bottom here to kind of hide the seams. And I mean, up close, you can see when it's reflected that there's a line there, but I cannot see anything, you know, like when you're looking at it from different perspectives. So we went ahead and just kind of did that. I ended up putting like, I think 7 layers of a matte Mod Podge over the insulation foam as a way to protect it from any paint or any damage or any, you know, hitting it, things like that. It made it so that I was able to prime and paint the surface, and it gave me a smoother surface so none of the bumps or anything like that showed up. So what I did is I put those 7 layers on. Took a long time, and then I went ahead and wet sanded it. Just took like a 400 grit sandpaper, spritzed the board a little bit and wet sanded it out so that it was nice and smooth. And then after that I went ahead and used silver spray paint over the whole thing. As well as for these I just use little foam circles that I glued on after the layer of Mod Podge. Actually, no, before the layer of Mod Podge. I put these on, and then I went ahead and started painting it. I used a silver spray paint for the base here. I did a couple coats of that, and then I went back with a black acrylic. I used an outdoor acrylic rather than some of the cheaper ones. The cheaper ones normally work, but because I wanted this to be real thick and shiny, I went with a little bit of a thicker acrylic paint. I did a couple layers of that, and I just Sharpied out here like the pattern that I wanted it to have to give it that rough look, you know? And then I went and painted over it. Then after that I did a couple coats of, I've got it right here, my gloss Mod Podge right here. Yeah. So this one here, it just gave it a really nice sheen and a good look. These guys here are foam, EVA foam, done the same way in my spike tutorial. And then the end, I was gonna do a fancier handle, and then I kind of gave up on that because we were like the day before the con and I still hadn't done anything for it. So it's just got, you know, a basic tape wrapping. I went ahead and used gaffing tape, which is like stage tape, theater tape to hold down cords. Probably making other sound people cringe because it's expensive, but it works for what I needed it to do. So we went ahead and used gaff tape for that. The base here is just craft foam to cover up the edge so that it has a nice cover. And other than that, that's it. This is my giant sword. It was a lot of fun to carry around at the con. My arm hurt, I will admit that. It's not very heavy, like it only weighs a couple pounds, but you know, it really started to hurt my arm after a few hours, and I only carried it around for one day because I like couldn't make a fist at the end. But other than that, this is my sword. So I will be posting new videos soon. I've got some new cosplays in the works that I'm super excited to share with you guys pretty soon. I'm trying to make weekly videos. If I can't, forgive me. But if there's anything that you want to see or that you want to ask me about, feel free to tell me in the comments. I'm just kind of making this up as I go. But I will see you next time. Bye guys.